Hi, my name is Robin Rockwood from Replenish Plus, and in this session we want to talk about your skin and its interaction with your body. If you want to make your skin healthy looking and you want to keep it young, what you got to do is understand it first of all. So let's go through a little of what the skin is all about. First of all, your skin represents about 16% of your total body weight. It's the largest single organ on your body. It has about 10 trillion cells in it. Your body has 10 trillion cells, and a large portion of those are in your skin. Your skin has three layers: the epidermis, the dermis, and the hypodermis. And all of those interact, and all of those can either make your skin look good or make it look bad if they're not connected properly. The epidermis is about the thickness of a piece of paper. And the epidermis on the bottom of that piece of paper is where new cells are constantly being formed. And they rise up, they actually connect to the dermis at first, and then they rise up through the skin, and when they reach the top, that's when they start to weather and die. In fact, that's what they're for. They're the sacrificial lamb. And that's known as keratin. Actually, the cells on the epidermis is keratin. By the way, that's what makes your hair also. It's dead cells of keratin. And you lose about 50 to 60,000 keratin cells every single hour. The average body loses about 1 million cells a day. In fact, when you're in your house, most of the dust you see in your house are dead human cells. And the thing that you want to do is, yes, they're coming off, but you want to replace them with fresh cells in order to keep the skin healthy. And one of the most powerful ways to do that is to have the right nutrition, the right vitamins, the right bioflavonoids, and the right enzymes. Underneath the epidermis, that top layer, is what they call the dermis. The dermis contains the veins, it contains your collagen, it contains the elastin. That's basically the strength for the epidermis. That's the structure, the foundation. Collagen is the strongest cell in your body. That's what firms up the skin in total. Collagen actually has a stronger tensile strength than steel. That's how strong it is. So you want to have as much collagen as possible to keep the upper or the outer portion of your skin looking firm, smooth, and wrinkle-free. Elastin is actually shaped like a coil. It's a cell that's shaped just like a coil, and you see the posturepedic. And actually, the idea behind the elastin is when you press on your skin, it allows the skin to bounce back up, so it doesn't leave an indenture, and also, if you have enough elastin, then obviously the skin doesn't buckle and also look older. And the veins, of course, in the dermis is connected to every part of your body. So as you get older, you produce less and less collagen and less elastin, and that's part of the aging process. Again, in order to keep your skin healthy, what you want to do is add as many vitamins and nutrients to the body so that you will induce it to produce more collagen and more elastin. Nutrition is critical for the dermis as well as for the epidermis. Underneath the dermis is what they call the hypodermis, and that's basically a layer of fat. That fat is thickest on your hands, your palms of your feet, your buttocks. That's where it's thickest part of the hypodermis is, but it's throughout your whole body. And as we get older, the hypodermis tends to go into atrophy. It starts to thin out. In fact, the thinning of skin is directly related to the thinning of the hypodermis, the fat tissues underneath. Again, in order to keep that fat level as thick as possible, and therefore your skin as healthy as possible, what you want to do is add nutrition, the right vitamins. For example, for collagen and elastin, vitamins A, C, and E are great. For the fat, by the way, on your hypodermis, it's the same thing, and it happens to be the same thing that you want in your epidermis. Maybe you want other nutrients in there also, but that's what you want to keep all three layers as healthy as possible. If the fat layers are solid, the epidermis is healthy because it has a lot of collagen and elastin, and your epidermis is constantly replacing the cells, guess what? You look young, your wrinkles, if they come at all, are very fine, or they disappear with the right nutrition in there. So the trick is, so many people go out and they say they want to moisturize your skin. No, you want to nutritionalize your skin. In fact, moisturizing is exactly the wrong thing to do. The way most skincare companies moisturize the skin is they all tend to use the same process. If you look at your jars of skincare cream, you'll see lots of water as the #1 ingredient. It's actually up to 50% of the total jar. Then underneath that is a whole bunch of chemicals, and most of those chemicals are for a purpose. The water is to cut down the cost of the manufacturer. It really doesn't do you that much good, but as long as it's in there, here's what the skincare companies do. You put on your moisturizer. The water goes underneath, but it will evaporate fairly quickly. So what they want to do, and what they do, is they block your pores, usually with things like mineral oils or all kinds of urea or whatever it may be. They block your pores, which is what they call being comedogenic. Your pores, by the way, should never be blocked, because the only way your body rids itself of toxins or cleanses it is through the pores. If you block them, you can't get rid of your toxins. But the skincare companies, they have a different thought process, and even though they may understand that, that's not their concern. If they can block your pores and keep the water inside, then it puffs up your skin. And as long as your pores are plugged, then your skin looks a little better. And you say, well, it's working. I moisturize. Of course, as soon as you wash off the petroleum products, as soon as you get rid of the blockage to your pores, and you can't, sometimes you don't block them as well as, or unblock them as well as you want, then the water evaporates out and you're right back to where you are. So moisturization is the complete opposite of what you want. At Replenish Plus, we nutritionalize. We don't use any water. We don't put in any toxins. We don't use any petroleum products or any chemical. We're putting a product with basically just organic, biological, Mother Nature, botanical skincare ingredients. And they all contain nutrients and vitamins, all natural. And they go into your skin and they nutritionalize your epidermis, your dermis, and your hypodermis. And they don't wash away after a period of time because they're ingested. And you create new cells, healthy fat, healthy collagen, healthy elastin. And that's what gives your skin that beautiful, beautiful, young, nutritional, healthy look. And that's what you want to do. And at Replenish Plus, we take great pride in doing that better than anybody else. Thank you.